Man, that was a crazy party last night, huh? I think we trashed the place pretty good.
No, this place just looks like shit because it's a video game
anymore.
location.
I mean, this is the first hideout we unlocked.
Yeah, that's true. So we're back here in the docks. We met Discount Sherlock Holmes last week, who will definitely not notice us jumping off the second-story balcony.
I'm searching for a vampire. You, sir, gentleman who just jumped 15 feet casually, and is wearing a badass log coat. Do you have any thoughts on who might be vampiric in these parts?
So,
next up,
we talked to a couple people in the bar, and we also learned. Oh wait, he's the pillar. Oh, that's gonna be awkward because he ate somebody. The hell? Ichabod. Oh, that's the Sherlock guy. Okay.
Right, and current reigning champion of the best name in Vampyr.
It's a very competitive field.
It is. I'm really enjoying the tennis-like back and forth.
So we talked to some people in the bar, and we learned that Sean Hampton was maybe molested as a child, so that's cool.
Oh.
Very classy storyline going down here in this video game.
Because there's nothing else dark going on.
Yeah.
What gets me about that is that, like, they drop it in the most ham-fisted way. Like, they just want to get it out of the way. Like, I really did not inspire any confidence that, like,
Ichabod dude here.
Did not
and
inspire
like,
any confidence.
Oh yeah, and
they didn't have a plan how to deal with this or like what kind of story they were telling. Just kind of like, just let it sort of fall down there.
So why is our quest marker pointing over this way? I don't remember what we found that pointed our quest marker to the Western Docks. Even though, despite being in the district named Western Docks, it is the East End Docks.
Well, I guess this is the East End of London, but it's the Western Dock on the East End?
I don't know. There's the eastern end of the Western Docks.
Yeah.
Fortunately, we have the ability to teleport.
Oh, now we're in the Western Docks. We're in the right place for the East End Docks.
So I guess maybe the person at the bar pointed us this direction.
We're gonna find some stuff out. It's gonna be fun.
Interesting.
Fuck you, crate. Can we
what?
turn place to inject to up here?
I mean, it's just happening now. Hey, it's Jimmy the Spark Marlowe. We should see if we can find out why he has that nickname in the remaining few moments before we kill him. Oh, it's because of it's the fire. That would make sense.
Yeah. All right.
Hey guys, I think it's because he fires, because he uses the fire.
Okay, this is. Where did you even come from?
I mean, I guess flamethrowers are a pretty popular contemporary weapon.
I was gonna say, the combat feels like it's evolved to more like blasting people with things instead of like Arkham-style beat-em-up.
Oh, absolutely. A lot of Josh's powers at this point are kind of long-range blasting.
Yeah, I mean, in fairness, I did build it towards that, so that
sure, like it is a choice that an option.
Why? Where is the? Do they have a mook factory upstairs? Where are these people coming from? I kill one and another one appears. Oh, there's one.
You have to kill the flamethrower guy.
Last week, Alec, I think we were talking
when your mana
about...
system has to constantly spawn mooks for it to remain playable, you should reconsider.
I think we were discussing, like, it almost kind of feels like Dragon Age Inquisition, the combat system in this game.
We should heal.
Yeah, I've been trying.
Position heal thyself.
I do love this Kamehameha blast you do every so often.
God damn it.
So, regarding the fact that, like, you know, this game does throw around the fuck words every now and then, like, brief primer in 19th century swearing, if you want to do any, like, writing that has kind of a historical flair to it, is that it's not that the word, like, fuck or fucking did not exist during this period. Fuck is a very, very old word, but...
Oh wow, he can't turn.
It's sort of not, like, where people would escalate to most of the time. Like, in an era where religion is a little bit more of a function of public life, blasphemies like damn or goddamn especially are actually, like, some of the ways where you would, like, most indicate, oh shit, this is serious.
Right, because that was a sin, saying the Lord's name in vain. They cared about that stuff back then.
It was a real problem.
Not like back then when it, like now when it's like, we need, you know, that's fine. It's not a big one.
At this point, like, it doesn't even feel like we care all that much about fuck anymore either.
The church does.
Yeah.
When did fucking A originate? What's the etymology of that?
I want to say that fucking A came from, like, the 60s, but let me check that.
I was gonna think the 80s, but...
No, I know it's at least, like, the 70s because my mother told me she had a classmate who said that all the time.
It's largely fallen out of favor, though, right? Like, I haven't heard anyone say that in 20 years.
Oh, no, I was actually, my second instinct was wrong. The 1940s are, like, World War II. So if you want to look at, like, sort of the crucible of people saying fuck, I think of World War II as, like, being the first time where that word really became the fore as a profanity. Like, where you have a lot of primary documents of people saying fuck. Like, that's the period. I'm sure it happened slightly before that, but...
Again, why do we
As a
know where the
Canadian, it's
question
still
mark
a
is
thing
from?
that most people say. As a purveyor of A. Fucking A is a very Canadian thing.
I
If
like
you think
how
about
there's
it said in the
vampire
Canadian
hunters
accent.
up here,
Is
and
it
the
though?
vampire skulls are down here. Never
Okay,
the
is it
twain
like a
shall
Canadian
meet.
secret? Like, what is A? And do Canadians just still say that because they still have it and we don't? Like, we ran out of A at some point?
But no, it's a semantic difference, right? Because there's a difference between, like, the American fucking A and, like, the Canadian fucking A.
Well, we don't
You know?
say it like an Australian person.
That's what I was about to say!
Okay, I don't know how to ask. I don't know
Really
how to
working on those
phrase the
accents
A.
there, huh, Chris?
I don't know.
Chris
how
has
to
been working on the Cockney
Australian,
one.
Canadian, Australian. What is your Australian accent
These are
sound
the
like?
minor differences.
Well, I'm never doing an accent ever again.
Oh no! Oh, that's what we didn't want.
I'm just saying, like, are we saying, like, A, like, the letter A capitalized, or are we saying A, like, E-H question mark?
The first
I would
written
say
use
those
of
are two
fucking A-
completely different things.
Why is the letter A capitalized?
Because that's
well,
how it's spelled.
The first... Okay, so it has been suggested it comes from the phrase, you're fucking A number one right. Like, A1 being, like, you know, just sort of...
Steak sauce.
Exactly, referring to steak sauce. No, like, the steak sauce comes from the concept of something being A1 or A number one.
I want to eat fucking A steak sauce.
Fucking A1 steak sauce.
Fucking
Did you get a
A1
whip
steak. Is there single barrel steak sauce?
Fucking A1 steak sauce. Fuck yeah, it's important. But yeah, the first time it's written down seems to be Norman Mailer's 1948, The Naked and the Dead, and it's spelled A-Y lowercase.
Wait. Night
That
shelters
is not how I was raised.
vicinity.
Your parents brought you up right to say A capitalized as a singular letter, not stylized.
So we're about to run into some stuff that's interesting.
Oh.
Story stuff.
Would you care to elaborate?
Well, we'll see it. We need to get there.
Oh, we'll see it.
Good evening, miss. I'm Dr. Jonathan Reed. May I have your attention for
Rocking the
Good
purple
evening,
bonnet.
sir. My
It's a very
name is
awkward
Giselle
camera
Paxton,
angle.
But I don't have time for men like you.
She doesn't have time for men like us.
No.
Bourgeoisie
I just need to
men.
look at your fancy clothes.
So this is a
You
Cockney
must be
accent, right?
Desperate to visit the docks at night.
That's quite judgmental of you.
Sir, I've led enough
Does
strikes
this
when
even
I
count
had
as
to
fancy
exercise
I don't know because I just
clothes?
realized my sound is coming through my Oculus headphones.
The way that this game was meant to be heard.
What can you tell me about this vicinity?
Tell you
Tiddly through headphones
With a
several feet
Facebook
away.
account.
what, and then ask me that
With
question
a
again.
Facebook account.
If you're still alive, I mean.
Sounds much better with the Facebook enabled audio.
If you have something to say,
Yeah, somebody like might protest that technically this isn't a Cockney accent, it's a region of London. No, this sounds basically like what I understand a Cockney
What is
accent to
that
be,
for
yes.
you? Giselle Paxton does not like you at all, Doctor.
That's definitely not a bonnet. Did you say that was a bonnet?
as an enemy.
He did.
Look, I'm being loose here.
No, that's
You should be an expert in bonnets, I hear. That's what you're known for.
You don't belong.
That's
here.
a cloche hat, isn't it?
Is it a lady trilby?
Yes. Google Images confirms my suspicion that this is a cloche hat. Cloche hat.
I don't feel like we fight poverty. That doesn't sound right.
What?
That's
yeah,
what doctors
like, what?
do.
We do fight poverty. We fight a lot of poor people all the time.
We
Every
murder
time we leave the house.
You are
In fact-
right. I don't even know what she said.
You think about it, that's like half of what you do in
Just
any
agree with-
open world,
And my manners do
any open world like action
And I may
game
not
is
belong
fight
here.
poverty.
That doesn't make me a bad person.
You're right.
Tell me,
Yep.
Dr.
Mm-hmm.
Reed.
Just like your starting enemies are all poor people.
May I ask what you do for a living?
I'm killing
That's why I don't play a game where
myself
like your
for a
starting
living.
enemies are just like
You?
everyone
Have
on
you
Wall
ever had to
Street.
struggle in your entire life?
Do doctors work hard too? Sure.
As I told you, I'm a
I mean, we
doctor.
died, so that was
You
bad.
have to work a lot to earn
I mean,
We also went
she's
to
like
war.
mad because we're rich.
Yeah, and we went to war, and we just fought a bunch of people.
Was Daddy a banker or a doctor himself?
Also, I was totally right. She actually does hate us because we're bourgeois.
Why such
And I'm
Yeah.
joking.
Are you judging me by my clothes and my job?
Of course I am. Fuck, you're so blind.
Again, like our.
Oh, man.
Is this really like what
Lazy people like you disgust me.
like the fashion was at the time? Because this, I mean, our fucking trench coat is like
No.
out of Deus Ex.
Yeah, it's not. No.
You speak of
hey.
strikes and class enemy. Am I right to assume you're involved in trade union activism?
Hello,
You bet
I'm
I am.
Dr. Jonathan Reed. We've had a lot of fun here today, but I'd like to talk about the real victims of discrimination. Doctors. And vampires.
You lost your job because of your beliefs.
A lot of times, people judge you by your fancy clothes and your large bank accounts and the fact that you eat people. But that's not fair.
When it's a woman.
I'm here to
Isn't the
warn
whole
you that
point of
bigotry
trade unions
drastically
to help
lowers your
workers
blood
like
quality.
Why don't they support you?
A few nights back.
So is
I
this
lost
gonna
the
be a
money my
thing in
companions
this
had asked me
game?
to
Is we're gonna
hide.
have to
With me
deal
and my
with
sister
like
being
labor
penniless, they thought
relations
I
in the
stole
pandemic,
Not-
or is this
not
just
really.
like
I hope
window
so.
dressing?
This is more her stuff.
In that bar. Some sort of militia in uniform. I'm sure they robbed me.
Oh, did she get robbed by the vampire hunters?
I'm looking for Sean Hampton.
See, this is like,
What is it you
this
want?
is solidarity.
Is that
This
how
is
you run it?
intersectional,
If it's pleased,
like
I'll
progressivism.
I'm not
Vampires and labor unionists working together to fight vampire hunters, our common enemy.
Well, I'll leave
Listen,
you for now.
I'm a vampire. You're a labor unionist. Who's our biggest enemy right now? That's right, vampire hunters. this would actually be a really funny comic. Like this would be like a good you should leave sketch.
I guess we're gonna have to ask around.
No, I think he's downstairs.
Oh, wait,
Sean is in this area.
there's blood stains that I can see vaguely outside.
Was that? I
Which
saw
I
his
assume
face.
is downstairs. No, this goes... Where are we? What is this place?
It's a big electrical generator. Anyway, I saw his face while you were looking around back on the ground floor. We just need to go back into vampire mode and look around. Because I swear I saw him. He's a beardy guy.
It's locked.
You think if you're a vampire, you just like get really used to using vampire powers for mundane conveniences?
Not
That's what
her.
Twilight's about.
Ah, here he is.
Is that what Twilight's about?
Yeah, literally. Oh, I can't stop thinking about this teenage
Oh,
girl.
wow.
I'll use my vampire powers to just like keep her around forever.
You look
What
totally
the
fine.
Fuck.
We have both changed a lot.
It looks like
You-
we both have
Can I just say
changed.
that I don't know whatever you
I must
have,
confess
but
it's
you
sad
look
to
like
watch.
shit. I look fine. My vampire looks good. Your vampire is very, very bad.
But he does.
Since you left Pembroke, the amount of blood that has been shed, it's hard to believe you, Sean.
Ask what you will. As the Lord is my shepherd, I will not speak a lie to you.
Why return here?
This is my home. These people are my flock. You will always find me where I am needed.
Yikes.
And what about William Bishop?
It's always about
He tried
that
to take
plan,
care
eh?
of you. But this hungry, this
Master plan.
thirst cannot be
It's always
restrained.
about God's
Poor
plan.
William.
Oh.
He had a good soul, but was weak in
Bad
spirit.
things. It's a lot of bad
But
things
don't
that
shake
you're
the
wishing.
toast
They're
for
wishing.
booze.
They're wishing. They're
Never mind
wishing.
blood.
They're wishing on us because we're a
Have faith.
vampire.
My will is far stronger than his.
Wonders never cease.
That was the Canadian pop
Scout,
representation
managing
for this week
sight.
of
And
episodes.
what of you? A vampire doctor? Meals laid out before you. Yet you restrain?
Okay, as somebody who
Aren't you afraid?
begrudgingly kind of loves Cassidy from
We are
Preacher, I do
blessed,
like the idea of an Irish vampire.
Can't you see it? The Lord has made
He's
us
a-
able
you know,
to
he's an
work
Irish
amongst
Skull,
the
though.
that aid those that
Skull
need.
are just like. Are they even vampires? They're more like
Isn't it blessed
zombies.
When God's own house and holy symbols repel you.
If that is your burden, Doctor, so be it. But I do not fear the cross, nor am I forced to take the life of another. My kind doesn't share your imperfections.
Oh, I see.
What? What is this?
What?
I wanna...
What?
What the fuck?
But you must.
What are we
You must
laughing
drink
at?
it
I
out.
don't get it.
Blood now,
Oh.
quickly.
No,
Okay.
that's scripture.
That was not written the way...
Eateth my flesh and drinketh my blood.
It looked like an imperative. You must
Oh.
drink the blood now, but it's like, oh, now you have to drink blood, right?
So saith the Lord. I only need to eat flesh, no blood.
Why did you kill Miss Jones at the Pembroke Hospital?
Killed old Harriet? You must be mad, Doctor. Why would I do such a thing?
But you were close to her.
Of course. But she was lost, separated from the fold.
You're telling me you were close to her, but you didn't eat her alive. Sounds fake.
So you claim Miss Jones'
You're
death
really
was
telling
not
me
by
that when
your
you were
hand,
visiting
nor
her
the
and talking to
blood
her about
inside
cool
September.
she was,
Harriet was
you
a
weren't
horribly
thinking all the
spiteful
time
witch,
about how
one
high
of
quality
God's
her meat
creatures.
was?
I have nothing but love for all he has made.
Are you saying you do not have a menu option that shows you the quality of everybody's meat?
And I do
People have
mean a
been
menu
murdered.
option.
I've seen the blood. I don't believe you can be trusted.
Have a little faith, Doctor. If you will follow, I will guide you to the light.
How do you plan to do that?
Take this key of the old sewers. The entrance is by the riverbank, south from here. There
Oh,
you'll
we
find
finally
all
got the
proof
sewer
you
key.
need.
Finally.
Ah, all right, cool, man.
About time.
Are we impressed by the sewer key, intrigued by the sewer key, or doubtful of the sewer key?
All three at once. Actually,
Yeah.
mostly down.
I find myself intrigued by the sewer key. What could the sewers be hiding aside from more lion, rat, werewolves?
With
And
nice
shit.
butts.
You have definitely intrigued me. I hope you're right.
What?
I'll be here when you return.
Okay, Sean, I need
If you
you,
still think I'm a
for
trapped
comparison's
animal,
purposes,
well,
we
I
need to see
surrender
your
myself
ass.
to your judgment.
Give a dog a bad name.
Also a bone.
Alright, okay, sewers. Oh, someone mentioned, I think in the comments or maybe on Discord, that we should go back to the beginning and get our pocket watch. But I think I also read something to the effect of, oh, who are you?
Good evening, Mr. Throgmorton.
Oh, it's you.
Dr.
How did you get here?
Can I be of
Did,
any assistance?
did the like
Have you noticed
7,000
anything
people with
suspicious
guns not
lately?
murder you?
Goodbye. And good hunting, Mr. Throgmorton.
I also, I believe I read somewhere else that, like, if you take the pocket watch, it'll change the outcome of one of the quests or something, because at some point that pocket watch comes up again.
Huh.
I don't know. Is there a way to jump up?
A
No?
gentleman
Oh.
must have a pocket watch. That
Oh.
is my opinion on the matter.
Wait a minute.
It does change the thing, but I don't know if we want to do that.
That's interesting.
I know, I personally wouldn't do business with someone who didn't carry a pocket watch. I wouldn't trust that person. I wouldn't trust them to be on time.
What are you, a
It's
fucking
just as simple as that.
What? What are they doing?
I wasn't paying attention because I was looking up the pocket watch thing. Did he say no spooning?
I don't know.
I mean, they shouldn't be
No
spooning. They're in a dirty
spooning.
street, but
Yeah. Don't spoon us. We're just gonna turn our backs to you. You better not come over and spoon us.
Okay, they're moving now. All right.
They're moving in a staggered formation.
I like how they're perfectly synced.
Yeah, this does look like a music video.
Oh, there's others. All right, let's get these guys. Oh no, they're running away.
And I would do anything for love.
Reed's like 6'4". He's got to be like the big
Hi,
spoon,
bye.
right?
He's gotta be what now?
The big spoon when Reed's spooning people.
Well, I mean, you know, it's not always height related. I think we are usually the big spoon because we are a vampire and we suck people's blood through their jugular veins.
I mean, would you get close to a vampire even if you were friends with?
You know, if I trusted them. If I didn't trust them, I probably would not associate with them very frequently.
Because like when my wife hugs me, make sure to tell her not to vampire me or that she has to turn her head away because I don't want to be vampired.
Is this a thing that you have to deal with often in your daily life?
It's a thing that I have anxiety about. It's the same reason I check the toilets for ghoulies when I go to the bathroom at
This could
night.
be the public house Giselle Paxton mentioned.
Do you think the guy who made that poster thought to himself, yeah, this is going to give people a whole thing. It's not even in the movie, so this complex literally would not exist, but I am going to create it.
I had to
Firstly,
This
explain.
place is the
Sorry,
public
go.
house.
Firstly, for cinema goers, I'm going to create it for cinema goers in this exact year for like over the 6 month period, and then after that, only cinephiles browsing on an as yet uninvented internet search repository.
See, I just remember it from like the VHS and rental stores of my childhood. I didn't see Ghoulies till I was much older.
Good point. I have not seen Ghoulies. I've only seen the poster for Ghoulies.
I had to explain to my wife because she saw me like scan the bathroom with my phone before going in there one night, and she asked me what I was doing, and I had to explain that I was checking the toilet for Ghoulies, and then she was like, what do you mean Ghoulies? And I was like, you know, little monster kids that are like dressed like a toddler and they're in the toilet. And at that point she realized I had to be referring to something specific, and yeah.
So what would be a more embarrassing explanation for why you were searching your bathroom with a phone before you used it?
I don't know if there is one. That's kind of sad to realize.